Is crunch time
Hey, you guys,
in this
like,
whole
comment,
agenda,
and
crunch
share,
time for the
because
human
YouTube
race.
did not
Is
like
crunch
my
time
last video,
in this whole
so
agenda,
please
crunch
get us
time
back
for
on
the
the
human race.
algorithm.
Is
So much
crunch
thanks.
time
Thank
in
you
this
guys.
whole
Enjoy the
agenda,
video,
crunch time
and
for
make
the
sure to
human
share this
race.
to everyone you
Is
know,
crunch
so that everyone knows what's going on. Everyone needs to know this stuff. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.
Could King Charles be the Antichrist? Let's look at some stuff. I can't go over everything in 3 minutes, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can. He was born November the 14th, 1948. He was born 6 months after Israel became a nation. This is the coat of arms of the Prince of Wales. Look at it very closely. We've got the little horn with the white horse. We've got the lion with the bear's feet and the leopard body. The 3 ribs in its mouth. The red dragon. If you look at right here, it's got the 10 lions for 10 nations with the red dragon. There's so much symbolism. And to understand it, you'll have to read Daniel 7. Daniel 7 talks about the 4 beasts. The first one was a lion that stood on 2 feet. The second is the bear, which I mentioned. It has bare feet with the 3 ribs in its mouth. Mentioned that as well. The body of a leopard. Got that. And then the 4th beast has 10 horns, which represent the 10 lions that are in the seal. All of what I said is on this. Revelation chapter 9 verse 17, the horses and riders I saw in my vision looked like this. Their breastplates were fiery red, dark blue, and yellow as sulfur. The heads of the horses resembled the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and sulfur. Look at the colors. He's also the king of the Green New Deal. Look what's above him, the crown with a rainbow, just as in Revelation 6. There's 6 lines in each part of the bow. He's already stated he's a defender of all faiths, not just the faith. Daniel chapter 11 verse 37, neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. He is going to leave his mother's faith because he's a defender of all faiths. He gets along with Muslims, and on his trip to Israel, the Jews loved him. This was his coronation invitation. Do you see the green man? That's Pan, this dude. He rode in on his sustainable car during the Commonwealth Games, where that happened. There's also a Tower of Babel there. When Prince Charles was given this emblem, his mother says, this dragon gives you your power, your throne, and your own authority. His response to her was, I am now your liege man and worthy of your earthly worship. The royal family also claims the bloodline of Thor, Alexander the Great, Abraham, Muhammad, David, Jesus, and every other person that's got historical significance. In Daniel, 2 Thessalonians, and Revelation, the Antichrist is known as a man. Charles means man. Revelation chapter 17 verse 10, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen and 1 is, and the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. There has been 7 King Charles, and he is the 8th. There's a lot more that I could say, but what do y'all think?
This is the worst prison in the entire world, and when I say you would not want to be here, I flippin' mean it. When you think of prison, you probably think of American prison from the TV shows, or British prison, which is, basically uni accommodation in today's age. You think of a really bad prison, you probably imagine things like this, and this. That is pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah, you get the point. In places in the Middle East, you have jails that are literally like this, with like 50 people in, a little bucket in the middle, no human rights, and I mean, that is the idea of hell. But this is a million times worse. In Mongolia, there is a prison where you are put in not a cell, but a coffin. What the fuck? Yeah, and it gets even worse. Just look at this as well. You are basically put in a coffin for your whole sentence, which, I mean, you're obviously going to die in there. There's a tiny little opening on the side where they will just shove food through and water once a day. These things never get cleaned and you're never allowed out of it, so you're literally just sitting in this box forever. And sometimes this box would even be left out in the middle of the desert, and God knows what would get into it. You would not last long out there. Thank God this is not open anymore, and you can't go there. Back in the early 1900s, a researcher went there to basically investigate jails, and found this and was horrified.
Is crunch time in this whole agenda, crunch time for the human race. This is the time when this network of interbreeding bloodlines wants to bring in its global fascist structure of a world government to which nation states would be administrative units, of a world central bank and a world currency, a currency that wouldn't be cash, it would be merely electronic, for which there are fundamental implications for human freedom. And also the World Army, which is designed to be NATO, expanding and expanding as it is now, of course, to become the fully fledged World Army, World Police Force. And underpinning that little lot is designed to be a microchip population, in which we are microchipped with our financial details, our medical details, etc., etc. And that would allow not only electronic tagging, people knowing where we are all the time, it would allow the external manipulation through this electronic means of our mental and emotional processes. This will happen unless the human race wakes up and wakes up fast. And to do that, we need to understand what's really going on. And to let people know that, we've got to stop beating about the bush, stop pulling punches, stop pussyfooting around, keeping information from people, oh my goodness, how will they react, and just say, this is going on, take it or leave it, make of it what you will, but this is what's going on. Across the...
Let's look at the Simpsons presidential election episode. Entertainment purposes only. Yeah, let's look at this.
Heavily medicated octogenarians.
I'm gonna need to see 3 forms of ID, 12 if you're a Democrat.
Get down here. Your vote for president has never been more important.
That's today.
You'll get down here this minute if you care about the 3 things you love most.
Yeah, keep watching. Pete.
You slept all day? You didn't vote?
Hey, how bad can it be?
How bad can it be?
You owe me a new pair of glasses. Oh, that's what I get for voting for Kanye.
The 4 Horsemen. Apocalypse. What a crazy episode, isn't it? Let me know what y'all think about this entertaining Simpsons episode in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and share to somebody who does not know.
Perfectly healthy. Put him in a vat of water and he finds his way to safety every time.
5.2.
Now, look at this guy. What he's been eating is the equivalent of a North American diet, complete with all the fats and sugars we regularly consume. He doesn't know where to go. His brain has been damaged.
These rats were totally normal, and then they turned into demented animals. They don't remember their learning after even a day. And as the challenge gets harder and harder, they fail more and more, just like a human with Alzheimer's disease. 36.2.
In this lab, the belief now is that Alzheimer's is really diabetes of the brain, linked to insulin levels, which can be affected by too much sugar. Professor Suzanne Delamonte.
Insulin resistance, we now know, can occur in any organ. It can occur in the muscles, that's what diabetes is. It can occur in the liver, that causes fatty liver disease. It can occur in the ovaries, that's polycystic ovary disease. And it can occur in the brain.
Did you know that you might know someone right now who is being demonically oppressed? There is a demonic spirit that is able to oppress multiple people at once. And it is so strong that it can and will destroy everything in its path if not rebuked. This spirit is called Jezebel. Not only is this spirit biblically mentioned, but has also aided in the horrific crimes of MKUltra. In the Bible, Jezebel is mentioned as an evil woman who used seduction and division and manipulation to get exactly what she wanted. In MKUltra, Jezebel is used as an alter personality to plug in to anyone who is open to her. Some mental diagnoses that are associated with Jezebel because of MKUltra are narcissism, split personality disorder, paranoia, sociopathy, psychopathy, and a lot more. The Jezebel spirit influences people to do bad in order to appear evil to those around her who are good. This manifests in the modernization of the ancient religions such as witchcraft, Satanism, the New Age, and psychic media. Jezebel also manifests herself into people who are constantly in affairs, are consistently abusive to others, and those who are constantly seeking to stir up drama. I'm sure we can all think about somebody in our lives right now who is showing signs of Jezebel oppression. But the question is, are you willing to call it out and rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ?